Pecan Acres subdivision may soon have a new home. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Scott Martin. A little over a month ago, we first told you the Starkville Housing Authority is looking to move tenants to a new location. Tonight, those living there get a chance to weigh in on the matter during a public meeting. Our Quentin Smith was at that meeting. He now joins us live in the studio with more. Hey, Quentin.
Yeah, Scott, all of this still comes as alarming news to many of the tenants living in Pecan Acres. In fact, during tonight's meeting, some said they didn't find out about this development proposal until it was released in the news. Now, while none of the tenants were on hand tonight wanted to speak on camera during the meeting, they did express that their biggest concern isn't necessarily moving, but it's the location they would be moving to.
Emotions were running high in a standing room only meeting as several tenants living in Pecan Acres had a chance to address members with the Starkville Housing Authority about the future of their subdivision.
For the most part, people had questions about transportation, logistics to grocery, drug stores, and different things like that.
But above all, the biggest concern everyone had was the location they would be moved to.
The logistic part is hard because you're looking at, depending on 10, 15, or 20 acre piece of property inside Starkville. It's hard to find that.
The proposed development site will be on Highway 82 near Tally Ho Road, located just across the highway from Loans Lake. During the meeting, those living in the subdivision stated they did not like that location because there's not much development on that side of town. However, members with the Housing Authority believe it's an ideal location for the project.
We did look at 4 other locations, some of which were even farther out. It is closer to several of the schools, closer to the hospital, closer to Doctors Row on Hospital Road. It's not very far from Walmart, actually closer to Walmart and Kroger.
According to the Housing Authority, residents who currently live in Pecan Acres will not be displaced due to this decision.
During this whole process, the taxpayers have no burden here. The Housing Authority has no burden here. There is no cash incentive to us. They will literally go in and the investors build out what we want and what we agree to, and then we land swap. So we don't make money off of it. We don't have to pay for a part of it, and nor do our taxpayers.
At this time, the Housing Authority says this is not a done deal, and if residents are not happy with the proposed site and prefer another location, they're willing to take their request into consideration.
You know, the investor will play a part in choosing that location as far as purchasing that location. Now, HUD and Fair Housing would have to bless it. But if the majority of our tenants came along and said, we do not want to move, we want to stay put, then we'll kill the deal and stay where we are.
Now, if this move comes to fruition, the current location of Pecan Acres, which is on Highway 12, could possibly be repurposed as a commercial site. Another meeting will be held June 6th for tenants and members of the Starkville Housing Authority to discuss this issue. Scott?